A man who lacks purpose distracts himself with pleasure. Tell me something, bro. If you look out into the world today and you look at, say, my generation, you know, young adults and teenagers, what do you see? Largely, you'll see all of them are just on their phones, scrolling all the time. They aren't working towards anything, you know. And I can testify to this because, like, when I'm at school, and anytime that there's a spare second in our day, anytime that there's a break in class, or someone's finished the work early, every single time, every single other person, what they do is they pull out their phone, they put their earbuds in, and just scroll. And unfortunately, this is, as I just said, this is the case for young adults as well, where a lot of them, as soon as their shift ends, that's it. They go home, they sit on their couch, and they watch Netflix or whatever it may be. And this is all down to, or largely down to, these people not having purpose. So they instead chase pleasure. They chase quick dopamine. They chase scrolling on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, whatever, eating junk food, or in terrible case, prawn. The amount of people that watch that stuff is higher than it's ever been. And yeah, there's addiction, but also that's largely down to, people lying down, being bored. And that's when the devil sneaks temptations into your mind. It then sinks those thoughts in, and then you become tempted. And then what do? If you're just lying there, you're tempted, you're not doing anything, you're not trying to do anything, especially if you don't have Christ, bro. 99% of the time, there's a fap session right there. Bro. It says in the Bible in Proverbs 14:23, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. So that means that taking action is valuable. Chasing a purpose, whether that be helping other people, building a business. If you're an athlete, training for your next game, working in the season to win the championship, they desperately need a purpose. But it just said mere talk leads only to poverty. So, tons of people, especially my generation and at my school, it's just talk all the time. You know, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, da 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 da. But then what happens? I mean, bro, what happens when these people just talk? Nothing happens. No action at all. Taking action is very valuable, but just talking, saying you're going to do something is pointless. I learned this from experience because when you say you're going to do something, you get like a big dopamine spike in your brain. Your brain starts to think that you've already done it and you've already succeeded. So, and then what happens after you get that boost in dopamine? Your motivation drops, and then you don't end up doing anything. Just to add on to that, look at New Year's resolutions. You know, how many people in 2 months' time at New Year's are going to be saying, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, they're going to start that business, they're going to get in the gym, they're going to be consistent. And, I've been going to the gym for a couple of years now, and in in January, I see a bunch of new guys there all the time. And, they're working decently hard, but as January goes on, they begin to dwindle away, they begin to decrease until by the end of February, they're all gone. It's because it's all just talk. Where true purpose comes from is when you work towards God's purpose. When you do what Christ has called you to do. When your goal and your purpose is to build up His kingdom first. Because it also says in the Bible, seek first the kingdom of God, and all else will be added onto you. Like with this channel, for example, my first goal is to build up God's kingdom and to help all you watching. Because I used to I used to be really lost. I used to be completely lost without Christ. I used to have no purpose at all. And honestly, bro, I was on my phone all the time. I fell into those bad habits. But Christ every day is pulling me further and further out of that and more into working towards his purpose. And bro, once you find that, almost all your bad habits will disappear. As Christ works more through you and improves you and you become more like him, you'll just see life just keeps getting better and better and you're working harder and harder. Like I used to not want to work, and now the idea of getting on here and recording a video excites me. I want to do it now. This is a job that I want to do. I want to give you, all of you watching, as much value as I possibly can. So yeah, once you find that, it will truly be one of the most pivotal moments in your life, and it all comes from Christ. It all comes from God, because in the end, He shows you what your purpose is, because He wants to use you as an instrument for His will and to build up His own kingdom through you. And once you're on the narrow path and you're doing what He's called you to do, it's like nothing you've ever experienced before, and it doesn't even compare to any of the small joy you may get by eating junk food, laying down, watching videos or scrolling, anything like that. Anyway, brothers, I'm gonna leave this video here. Videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The reason this one is late is because I had some audio issues, so I've had to re-record this the next day. Anyway, see you boys later. Cheers.